Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're stripping away all that internet hype, the exaggerated claims, and those endless buzzwords to uncover the real, grounded nutritional science behind a fruit you probably already have sitting in your kitchen right now, the guava. My goal today is to give you a completely clear, fluff-free look at exactly what happens inside your body when you eat this fruit. We're going to look at the hard data, the biology, and ultimately, we're going to separate the facts from the fiction.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, guava, nutrition by the numbers. 2, how guava impacts your body. 3, can you eat too much? 4, who should be careful? 5, best ways to eat guava. And 6, guava myths versus facts.
Starting off with section 1, guava, nutrition by the numbers.
68. That is the exact number of calories you'll find in a standard 100-gram serving of guava. And you know, when we look at this from a nutritional science perspective, it's actually pretty fascinating. 68 calories makes this an incredibly efficient, low-calorie energy source. You're getting a really substantial volume of food without a heavy caloric load, which is just a fantastic foundation for any dietary addition.
But it's what is packed into those 68 calories that really matters, right? A 100-gram serving delivers a massive 5.4 grams of dietary fiber. It also packs 417 milligrams of potassium alongside really high levels of vitamin C, folate, and various powerful antioxidants. Now, I want you to mentally highlight that 5.4 grams of fiber and the 417 milligrams of potassium. Because as you'll see in just a moment, those two specific numbers are the primary drivers for a whole lot of the biological benefits we associate with this fruit.
Moving on to section 2, how guava impacts your body. Let's see how this builds. First up, let's look at the digestive journey. When you consume guava, that heavy-hitting 5.4 grams of dietary fiber travels right down into your stomach and intestines. Now listen, we aren't making any exaggerated claims here. Guava doesn't magically cure digestive diseases, okay? Instead, it mechanically and biologically assists normal function. That fiber essentially adds bulk to your diet, which aids the overall digestion process and actively supports regular bowel movements. It's basically functional mechanical support for your gut. And this brilliantly illustrates our next point, the immune system connection. As the guava is digested, your body absorbs its high levels of vitamin C. This nutrient then enters your system where it's snatched up and utilized by your immune cells. Again, this isn't some magical force field, but it absolutely provides essential, foundational support that helps maintain a healthy, normally functioning immune system. Your body literally needs these building blocks to defend itself, and well, guava happens to be an excellent delivery system for them.
Finally, let's trace the path of heart health. Remember those 417 milligrams of potassium we saw earlier? Once absorbed into the bloodstream, this potassium, along with the other overall nutrients, interacts directly with your cardiovascular system. In nutritional science, potassium is incredibly well documented for its vital role in helping the body regulate blood pressure. It actually helps balance out your sodium levels and eases the tension in your blood vessel walls. So you're getting direct, measurable support for your heart.
Which brings us to section 3. Can you eat too much?
So, I've got to ask you, is there a catch to eating too much of a good thing? Like, if a little bit of nutrient-dense fruit is good, does eating 5 of them make you 5 times healthier? Let's take a look at how the body actually reacts to an excess of these specific nutrients.
The answer is yes, there is absolutely a catch. If you suddenly spike your fiber intake by eating way too much guava at once, it can absolutely backfire on you. An overload of fiber can lead to some pretty uncomfortable gastrointestinal side effects, like gas, bloating, generalized stomach discomfort, and depending on your hydration levels, it can even trigger constipation or diarrhea. Biological reactions vary significantly from person to person, sure, but overwhelming your digestive tract with that much fiber is never a good idea.
Section 4. Who should be careful? So, the crucial point is this. While guava is generally very safe and highly nutritious for the average person, it isn't for absolutely everyone in unlimited quantities. If you have pre-existing kidney issues, which often require really careful monitoring of potassium intake, you need to be cautious. The exact same logic applies to those with highly specific digestive problems, known food allergies,
or medically mandated dietary restrictions. Your individual tolerance and pre-existing medical limitations must always dictate your portion sizes.
Let's pivot to Section 5, Best Ways to Eat Guava.
First, let's compare the two most common ways people consume it. On one hand, you have the whole fruit. On the other, sweetened guava juice. And honestly, the whole fruit is undeniably the superior choice. Why? Because it retains that crucial 5.4 grams of dietary fiber we keep talking about. Sweetened juice, on the flip side, is heavily processed. It often completely lacks that beneficial fiber and is usually loaded up with added sugars, which entirely negates the low-calorie, high-nutrition profile we were just praising earlier.
Oh, and let's quickly debunk a very popular internet rule right here while we're at it. You will see claims online that you absolutely must eat fruits like guava solely in the morning or strictly on an empty stomach to somehow maximize the benefits. Guys, the science just doesn't support this. Your digestive system is highly capable of extracting nutrients regardless of the clock. It doesn't have a bedtime. You can enjoy guava realistically at any time of day as part of a normal, balanced meal plan.
All right, Section 6, Guava Myths versus Facts. Let's get ready to dismantle some misinformation here.
Let's start with a major one. The myth: eating guava cures diabetes. The fact: guava is a highly nutritious food with a great fiber profile, which makes it a smart choice for blood sugar management. However, it is absolutely not a medical treatment or a cure for diabetes. It's a healthy food choice, for sure, but never a replacement for proper medical care and prescribed insulin management.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it connects directly back to our earlier data on fiber. The myth: eating more guava always equals more health benefits. The fact, as we already established, is that eating in excess simply leads to incredibly uncomfortable digestive issues. Overwhelming your body with an excess of literally anything, yes, even vitamins and fiber, causes way more harm than good. Here is another incredibly common one. The myth: eating guava guarantees you won't get a cold or a cough. The fact: while it's true that the heavy dose of vitamin C in guava supports normal immune function, it is biologically impossible for a single fruit to act as an absolute barrier to viruses and bacteria. Think of it this way: it helps your army fight, but it doesn't build an impenetrable wall around your body.
And that really leads us to the ultimate point of this explainer. The myth: guava is a natural medicine. The fact: guava is a highly nutritious fruit. We really must stop labeling everyday foods as medicines. Calling it a medicine creates false expectations and can honestly lead people to ignore targeted, scientifically proven medical treatments in favor of simply eating more fruit. We need to appreciate foods for the actual nutritional support they provide without elevating them to the status of some magical cure-all.
If there is one overarching takeaway from all the data we've looked at today, it can be summarized in this very simple reality. Food is fuel, not magic. Guava provides excellent, measurable biological fuel for your digestion, your immune system, and your heart. But at the end of the day, it remains exactly that: fuel.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. How will you reevaluate the exaggerated superfood claims in your own diet? The next time you see an article claiming a single food is going to magically transform your health or cure an ailment, I challenge you to apply this critical, data-driven mindset. Look for the actual nutrients, understand the bodily mechanisms, and leave the hype behind. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions, and I'll see you next time.